When it comes to e-commerce, there's markets out there that you've literally never thought about starting a business in that are worth billions of dollars. And in today's video, we're going to explore a market like that and a Shopify store in that market that is doing multiple millions of dollars per month. Now, first, we're going to start with the market here. We're going to look at some of the data so you can see the extent of the opportunity. So the market is the hair extension market. Now, this is a market that's mainly targeted at women, of course. However, as you see, it's worth multiple billions as of 2023, and it's expected to grow at a 7.3% rate to almost 5 billion by 2032. That's an amazing rate of growth. And this is kind of a good way to look at where or how to start a business in what market, is to look at it from the lens of an investor. This is at least what I like to do. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ari, and I do this all the time here on YouTube. I also run a company called Akemi, where we work with 7, 8, and 9-figure Shopify brands and help them grow. But as you see, they do a lot of really cool things. This is the brand that I'm talking about that I want to explore deeply. It's called Luxy. Really cool name, luxyhair.com. And if we look at their traffic distribution, we can see that they get 350,000 monthly visitors. That's pretty significant, and they're consistently growing. Now, we can see through some of the data here on SimilarWeb. I have the paid version, so lucky for you, you're getting some free value here that would otherwise be paid. These are some of the words that they're bidding on, right? DIY hair mask, hair extensions, Luxy Hair, of course, that's their own brand keyword. And I guess, if you wanted to be cheeky, you could bid on those keywords on Google if you were in this category. But as you see, the website's actually surprisingly simple, which I love to see. And they actually provide a ton of education. So let's dive a little bit deeper here. First of all, they have this text, the hairstylist sort of quiz funnel here, which I love. I think this is so genius because it helps you build a community, first of all, around your brand, but it also gets you leads, right? It gets you a ton of qualified leads that you can actually pursue. So as you see, it's like a little quiz funnel. It's really nothing that crazy. So you're going to get emails from this. If you do any sort of retention marketing, this is huge. You're going to get customers from this, and even people that can potentially sell your products, which is what I've been seeing in the hair category, the hair styling tools, etc. This is one of the biggest power moves that some of these big brands do, is that they create communities where they like almost teach people how to sell the product, right? And this is getting amplified now with things like TikTok Shop, which is a whole other topic of conversation. But I really love this section right here that they have, this UGC section, where they have actual shoppable Instagram reel format videos or TikTok videos. This is super cool. And this actually sort of replicates the idea that TikTok Shop has revolutionized, which is basically just being able to shop in platform and being able to shop through just the videos that you see. So if we click shop now, we can see this is the one she's talking about. We click add to cart, and then we just go to checkout. Really seamless experience. Let's look at their checkout here. It's a Shopify checkout. I'm guessing it's Shopify Plus. It better be. Yes, it is. Okay, so it is a Shopify Plus checkout. It looks super clean. But yeah, the way that I found out their revenue estimates is actually through store leads. So this is another data software. I use a ton of data softwares. I probably spent over $1,000 a month on different intelligence softwares for e-commerce. But again, it helps me make really great decisions. And luckily for you, again, I cover this stuff for free here on YouTube and X, if you're seeing this on X. But they estimate 3.4 million monthly visitors, revenue. I think that's probably accurate, especially given their, if we take a look at some of their hair accessories here. So let's go look at some of these, right? Okay, so nothing is popping up. Maybe my internet is just bad. Here we go. So some of these extensions are literally $400. So this is actually a pretty high ticket niche, which as a man, you probably wouldn't know that, right? Because you more likely than not don't use hair extensions, but it is a pretty expensive niche to operate in, or at least to buy from, right? I will say, this is just a little caveat. I don't know if you guys have noticed this trend, but a lot of the things that sell to women are starting to be turned around and sold to men as well. So for example, when I see this is a hair topper, so it's sort of like a wig. This would work probably pretty well in a man's niche as well, like selling, a wig for men who are losing their hair. That's a huge pain point in a man's world. So that would sell really well if you can make a high quality one, and you can sell them for a lot of money. So yeah, this is one of their new products, I guess. $400, really, really seamless product page here. I love it. So they also have some videos on how to adjust it. So again, a lot of education behind these products. These are really nice before and afters that you can see. I actually love these a lot. These look super good. Wow. So those are really good features, and you can get this, maybe you don't know how to code something like this on Shopify. There's a theme called Shrine. I usually talk about it because it's one of my favorites. It has a lot of apps included into it, and basically it has some of these features on it. So Shrine theme can help you with that. Again, they're using this sort of Instagram feature here, and this is the app that they're using for that. It's called reviews.io, I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what this looks like now. I do want to dive into their ads because this is, again, probably the main way that they're growing. It's probably the way that they're getting the most revenue running through the business. And honestly, a lot of brands are this way these days, especially in e-commerce, is through meta ads. Meta ads are definitely the most powerful ad platform, machine learning ad platform. And a lot of people, surprisingly, still don't really think about it, or they're only doing things organically, which is awesome. But I definitely suggest to test out meta ads. And if you want our team to do it, you can also hit us up at akimilab.com, and we can work some sort of deal that fits your business. But let's take a look at some of these videos. I mean, first of all, you see that these are active ads that they have right now. 76 different active ads. That's a lot of ads, right? And the reason they do that, the reason brands have so many active ads, is because Meta shows the right ad at the right time to the right person. And that might be hard to conceptualize, right? It sounds like a really complex thing, and it is. They have their algorithm that learns based on the data that your pixel is gathering. So if we look at their store, we can use this Meta Pixel helper to know that they do have an active pixel. Of course, every single brand in the world that's at this level will have an active pixel from Meta installed on their store. That's a fun fact. And that's how Meta learns and how Meta shows the right ad to the right person. And the more ads you have, granted that they are good ads, right, the better chances you have of Meta being able to give you the best cost per result, which will also increase your lifetime customer value. So those are kind of the two goals that you should have as an e-commerce store owner. Like, if you want to simplify it to the bare minimum, it's increasing your lifetime value, the lifetime value of your customer, and reducing your cost per acquisition. That one is actually harder to pull off than the first one. So the most controllable thing is your lifetime value, the lifetime value of your customer. You can always make that higher, but it's not always easy to make your cost per acquisition lower. But how I will say, by running different ads, that's how you start testing, and that's how you start seeing lower metrics that can help you. So let's take a look at one of these ads. So they're doing a lot of how-to tutorials. Yeah, this is a really good ad. So what I love about this ad is the raw feel of it. It's a very raw feel, but at the same time, it's very professionally done and very educational, which is a really big thing. They're also running carousel ads, as you see here. So they're mixing in all kinds of ad formats. And I'm guessing, they have a great meta team, because this is exactly how you should be running meta ads, is having creative diversity in your ad account, having carousel ads, having UGC ads, square ads that look like UGC ads, some really professional ads like this one. Let's see. New hair topper. So this is the product that we looked at pretty deeply.
Before my hair started thinning, I definitely had more confidence. It was emotional.
I feel like they should start this video with that, with that hook. That would be a much better hook than this. This is probably a more middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel ad to increase lifetime value of the customer, right? Because if you don't know this brand, like this would not hook you. But that's why I think having that hook as at the beginning would probably reduce the cost here, or at least the cost of acquiring a new customer. These are kind of complex terms, I'm sure, to a lot of you. I do apologize for that because I know some of you have been watching me for years, or some of you are beginners in this space. But the more you watch my content and the more you hear me talk about these things, I promise you, the better you will become as a business owner. And that's why I love looking at, by the way, there's no public data on this company. So unfortunately, all these numbers I'm mentioning are estimates. But that's why I love looking at the market sizes of these niches, also their growth rate. Like, I'm really trying to look at things from the lens of an investor. And that's really helped me make better decisions in my business, and also in our e-commerce, in the private equity that we have in e-commerce brands, and just in general with our clients. It's really going to help you to do that. But then, of course, like analyzing these sorts of things from a direct response marketing point of view is also really good. Like, this ad looks awesome. It's very highly produced. However, the hook, like, again, put yourself in the eyes of a customer or somebody who's interested in this type of product, but they don't know the brand. Like, this wouldn't hook them at all, right? And this is what people say when they say the targeting of your ads is done in the creative. It's not everybody intentionally targets people through their creative, but the creative will target a different sort of person based on, you know, the format. And in this case, if they would have used this hook, this as the hook, that would have worked much better at acquiring new customers, in my opinion. Now, this got a little bit lengthy. The last thing I want to show you is that the hair extensions niche is actually technically not doing like that crazy. It was at its peak back in July 2010. I don't know why. That's a very strange thing. However, it is the expected growth is still pretty significant. So I would say it's not a bad time to get in this niche, especially based on this, prior trend. If we look at this like a stock, then technically, this is a good time to buy, right? So just the last thing that I wanted to note there, but hopefully you learned something from this video, and that's really about it. Peace.